President Trump heads to Capitol Hill today for some legislative arm twisting. House Republicans are struggling to pass what they call the big, beautiful bill. It's getting a few hundred people on page. And Doug Wazader is live in Washington to talk about this. Doug, good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning.
So obviously, Doug, we talked about they wanted to get this done by Memorial Day. The clock is certainly ticking on that. And there are some real issues here, from spending to legislative priorities. Can they all get on the same page here?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that this is going to be a Republican-only kind of bill, but, you know, Republicans are not a monolith here, and different Republicans have different issues here. This is a big piece of legislation. There are some moderate Republicans who don't like some of the proposed spending cuts. There are some very conservative Republicans who think some of those spending cuts go too far. There are questions about, you know, deductibility for state and local taxes. That's a really big deal for Republicans that come from high-tax states like California and New York, for instance. So they're looking for a better deal. And, you know, there's a lot of pushing and pulling going on here within the Republican caucus. So you have the president coming here to Capitol Hill today to kind of tell Republicans to cut it out and support the bill. Now, you know, it's one thing to say that. It's something else to make it happen. And to make it happen by Memorial Day is going to be pretty difficult here.
Yeah, it's going to be quick work for sure. And as you know, things don't always happen quickly in Washington. The president also spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday. They spoke for a while. What do we take away from that?
Well, what the president is really talking about, as far as Russia is concerned, would be starting talks now to negotiate a ceasefire. So this is kind of the negotiation before the negotiation before the negotiation. I mean, this is trying to figure out how to have those talks to have a ceasefire, and then once those talks are done, implement the ceasefire, and then try to begin talks to implement some kind of a peace agreement. So this is a multi-step kind of deal, and it's not clear when it would begin. There is some talk about having the Pope essentially host these talks in Rome, but, you know, we don't really hear any firm commitments on any side. Now, Ukraine is saying that they're willing to do a ceasefire deal almost immediately if Russia is on board, but that's clearly not going to happen, at least in the near term.
Yeah, Doug, fascinating. The Pope said he might get involved, and obviously it's good they're talking, they're moving in the right direction, but this could take months, this could take weeks. We just don't know right now. This is not an easy fix.
And this is just to negotiate the ceasefire to allow talks to move forward on a peace deal. So this is nowhere close to the end game for Ukraine and Russia.
All right, got to leave it there. Doug, always good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.